Welcome to the KORG Triton Masterclass, where I will be showing you how to create a sequence from scratch. Let's turn the keyboard off so that we're on the same level playing field, okay? Keyboard on. I'm going to magnify this screen so that you can see the details. Don't get freaked out, same keyboard. But I'll magnify the screen so that you can see all the details as we proceed. Now, the first thing you want to do is hit the sequence button, and that will take you to the sequencer. One of the first things to do, especially if you're new to this, is to load a template song. This will furnish the keyboard with all the instruments you need right off the bat. So let's hit this and let's choose load template song right here. Okay, and it goes to pop ballad. I'm just going to hit that button there and choose R&B. And I'm not going to copy the pattern. I'm just going to say okay. Now I have all the instruments I need. This is track 1. I have drums. I have bass. So I've got a template that I can use, right? The next thing I'm going to do is go to preferences because I need to check out the tempo. I can see it's set to 90 beats per minute. I can also see that the pre-count measure is 2, but I'm going to make this a 1. I'll take it down a bit, and now I can begin my recording if I like the tempo. So let's check the tempo. All right, that should do. Okay, so I could just begin recording straight away. I've got a drum kit, that's okay, but I want something different. So I'm going to scan for a drum kit I like. I have the expansion cards in this keyboard, so I may have sounds you don't, but that's okay. You can use the sounds you do. So I'm going to use one of the grooves. I have a particular type of kit in my head. You can hear if you're using headphones that these are all panned. They just make it a fun experience. Something like that. All right, let's go. I'm just going to record probably 4 bars. 3, go. So now if I go back to the preference tab and I hit loop all tracks and I choose between 1 and 4, I should have a drum loop that repeats. It may not be entirely on the beat, but let's see. It's a little bit off. So it's a little bit off, right? So I'm going to show you how to quantize. If I really wanted to quantize this, get it locked down, I would go to menu and track edit, and over here in the corner right there, press that, and then you see quantize. Hit quantize, and it's just 4 measures, and I'm going to choose this one to start. Let's see if that works. Hit OK, and let's see if it's quantized. Let's hit the start button. So it worked. Now I'm going to track 2. So going up to track 2, I have a bass there. I'm not too fond of that one. I prefer the jungle res bass or one of those. dark R&B. It's not bad. Digi-Sin. I like this one because of that. So you're not really seeing what I'm doing on this side. There's a ribbon. So the ribbon allows you to wipe like that, which is kind of cool. So let's play a quick one on top of this. Go. So it had already looped. So I'm not too happy with the first hit on the bass. So I can go to menu, track edit again, and go to quantize. I'm just going to quantize the first bar, just the very first measure. All right, I like what it's set to. Hit OK, and now it's off. Now it's off. Let's try that again. So I'm going to show you something else. Since it didn't come in on the beat like I wanted it to, I'm going to overwrite, or I'm going to auto punch. Let's do the auto punch in. Auto punch in just track 1, okay? Just, I beg your pardon, just measure 1. So I've got measure 1 to 1, and I'm going to hit record and start, and I'm just going to punch that one in. 3, go. So let's see if it works. Okay, wasn't bad, but I just remembered I could actually quantize it right off the bat by hitting the resolution button and going for the quantization that I know works. And I'm just going to try it one more time. I'm going to punch in just that. Okay, let's check. So that works. So you've learned a number of things all in one swoop. Just how to quantize, how to put the tracks on, and how to loop. We're looping right now. Let's go ahead and let's take it off loop, and let's add a few more instruments. That's electric piano. I know there's a better one there. Studio stage EP isn't bad. Nighttime EP isn't bad either. Hybrid Digi EP. It's quite hot. All right, we'll use the hybrid Digi EP. 2, 3, let's go. And it was on Quantize while I was recording, but that's okay. Let's see if it worked. Okay, so I shouldn't have played that way if the Quantize was on. So I'm going to leave the Quantize off and just play freer. All right, let's check that out. So that would work. Let's see what else we can put on. Track 4, organ. Let's put something on there. Organ. Okay, track 5, guitar. So put the quantize on. We're gonna need it. 3, go. All right, and that's it. Now, I've got measures 1 to 4, okay? I could build this song anyhow I want by copying measures, moving things around. There's so many things I could do. So for now, let me go ahead and show you how to copy. You want to hit the menu button, and I should probably come out of this massive screen because I know you're wondering what I'm pressing over there, but all I'm pressing is exit sometimes and menu. So I apologize for pressing stuff that you weren't able to see when I was doing that. But now you've kind of got the idea of how I'm moving around the screen. Let me show you how to copy. So again, menu. Menu is where everything is. We're going to track edit. Hit the tab at the top right, and let's do copy measure. So, or you could do repeat measure, it depends. Let's do repeat measure. So 1 to 4, just set it from measure 1 to measure 4 like I did. We want all tracks. And how many times do you want it to repeat? Let's say I want it to repeat 4 times. So this should go up to about track 16. Let's say okay. Measure 16, I beg your pardon. Let's go to measure 16 and see if it works. Let's go over here. Yeah, it worked. That's it. So we have track 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 going all the way to measure 16. At measure 17, I could just punch in right on 17 and start something else if I wanted to. Let's see, could go back to track 1. I could put something else on here. So I could just put a very short measure here. My timing is off because the audio is getting to my headphones a little bit late. Okay, so we'll put something else here for the bass, and we'll quantize it all just to make sure it gets in properly. Let's go to measure, trying to get the measure 17. That's where the bridge will begin. We'll have to do, in the interest of time, let's put some piano on there. mess that up. Let's see it. Okay, so I could just punch in 20 with an F major or whatever. That's it. So again, I've got 17 to 20, and I could repeat this as many times as I want. But let's do let's play one or two more instruments here. Go. Okay, put a few horns. So I could take that by going to Menu, Track Edit, hit that tab in the corner. Oh, it's still playing, so we must stop it. Otherwise, we won't be able to work in this edit place. So Track Edit, and we are going to repeat the measure as we did before, only this time it is measure 17. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm up to there a little bit better. So 17 to 20. All right, and we're just going to hit, we want it to be twice. And we'll say OK. And it should have worked, but let's see. Sometimes the math the math is off, and you have to make sure it works. So obviously I did something incorrect. And the way to undo what I did, actually it's good that this is happening, is to hit the compare button. So if you hit the compare button, I should have undone what I did. So now there's nothing there anymore, just goes 17 to 20. So let me see what I did wrong. Menu, Track Edit, and here, and repeat measure. Oh, I had it all the way from 1 to 20. I'm sure even you may have noticed that I didn't. I thought I'd set it from 17. So let's make sure 17 and hit enter. Now it's 17 to 20. 20. All tracks and hit OK. Now it should work properly. I'm sure you caught that. Okay, so 1 to 24 has stuff on it. So if I wanted to repeat the whole thing again, I could repeat. I could go Menu, Track Edit, and then repeat measure 1, this time to 24. And I could say twice and say OK. So now I've got 1 to 24 repeating itself. And that's how you sequence. There's so many other things you could do. You could go to, let me get the screen a little smaller so you can actually follow properly. All right, so we could go to Menu, Master Effect. Take a look at what happens when I adjust these equalizers. go back to the beginning. Hear that? Can adjust the mids, and adjust the lows, the highs, and of course, the effects. Just like that. Now the bridge. And that's it. You know, that's how you sequence, that's how you copy, that's how you move stuff around. You can overdub. So right here on the screen, I'm going to make it bigger so you can see what's on the screen. You've got the option to overwrite, overdub, manual punch in, auto punch in, and then loop. And there's absolutely nothing that you cannot do on this machine. I started using KORGs back in 19... Shows how old one is, right? 1988. That's when I played the KORG M1. Started sequencing on the KORG M1 shortly after, around 1989, 1990. And then moved to the O1W, and then the Trinity, and then the Triton. And I bought the Triton, and I haven't bought any other KORGs. Well, I bought a mini KORG, but since then I haven't really bought any major KORG keyboards because this has really held it down. It's very dependable. It's better than a lot of the keyboards you have today. It's solid. I mean, that's pretty much metal. That's metal that you're seeing right here. So, but it's not that heavy, you know. It's not heavy. It's quite an unusual keyboard. Has a very distinct look. But anyway, that's it. That's, if you let me know what you want to learn on the, on here, if I'm able to do it. You know, some things I've forgotten because it's been a while. I used to take a mic in there and sample with it. I don't do that much anymore. I use other means, to get whatever vocal effects I want. But that's it. To save your work, you will be pleasantly surprised to know that you need one of these. Oh, you can see it. You need a floppy, right? Put the floppy in at this side, right? You put it in there. And then you go to disk over here. You hit disk, and you should save what you've done. So go to save over here and save over here and save sequence, SEQ, and you can name what you've done. And I'm just going to name it April 24. Say OK. And it says save songs and cue list data, blah, blah, blah. Say OK. And there you can see it saving, and your sequence will be saved. You could have renamed the song, like going back to over here. You could have renamed this thing under rename song, and you can, instead of R&B, which it was called by default, I just call it April 24. Say OK. Now, it hasn't saved though. To save what you've done, you need to go back to disk, and you just need to hit save and save sequence again and save again. saying it's going to override it, just say OK. And it's saving. And once it's saved, that's it. That's how you get around sequencing on the Triton. Okay. That's it, my friends. It's a wrap. I hope it made sense. If you got any questions, let me know. I did promise I was going to do some more Triton stuff, so this is it. See you in the next video.